How's it going, YouTube? Liam from Leeds Australia here, and welcome back to Maid of Sker. So, coming off of the last episode and completing the game by looking at both endings in Maid of Sker, I'm not completely done with this game yet, because we have the challenges mode, which, I will say, I was looking at this in the initial recording of the last episode, but I then eventually cut that entire bit out. Mainly because just for time's sake, and basically just to get both endings out of the way. But what I can say, what I can tell you, is that challenges plays very differently as compared to the standard version of the game. When you sort of look at the main game and kind of how I described it, I sort of look at it as a combination of Resident Evil and Amnesia. Resident Evil portion, especially looking at, say, like Resident Evil 7 Biohazard and Resident Evil 8, you basically have the first-person perspective, but you have the Amnesia perspective of being defenseless, because you don't really have any weapons besides the, I forgot what the sound device is called, but you don't have that very long. Challenges, however, plays more like towards Resident Evil than Amnesia, and you will see in a minute. Now, I'm not sure if there's, like, only one level or if there's, like, numerous. Escape the hotel. Only your axe is available. Oh, okay. So different difficulties have a chance of. Okay, no, I see what it's saying. Lives are limited. You get 3 chances. Ooh. Well, I guess we'll go with Long Night, but I'm not necessarily going to attempt to try and do all, like, high difficulties of this game, necessarily, but let us take a look-see. And upsie-daisy. So. Oh, okay. Oh, hang on a minute. So when I first test this game, test this mode out, I think originally what I did was, if I just go quickly back out of the game for a second, I want to check something. Because I think initially what I did was, I think I had In Darkness mode chosen when I did record this originally. Yes, so, because it's a lot more darker, that's when the flashlight comes in. Yes, that makes so much sense. Okay. Well, I guess we'll go with a little bit of, a dark trail here. But, so this is, as I was saying, this is definitely taking a more step closer to the Resident Evil style of gameplay, especially the first-person perspective of Resident Evil. But what this actually entails, or what it actually does, I do not know. But I'm now playing this mode with the controller, because originally I was messing around with it with mouse and keyboard, but I think because this is definitely more of a first-person perspective game, I think I'll go with the controller this time around. So you have now ammo boxes placed around the map. And realistically, the idea is to mainly get out of the hotel. Reload. Now, I'm not exactly sure if this is like, if we're looking at sort of the time frame or like a timeline of where challenge mode is taking place. I'm assuming this would have to take place after the bad ending of the game. That's just an assumption, though. I'm not 100% certain, but I thought I hit your head. I hit his head, though. Now, I I do have other weapons at my disposal, like the shotgun here. And what's interesting is that a lot of these weapons, you could actually, like, a lot of these weapons, and especially the reload animations and whatnot, they also carried that over to Sker Ritual. Now, I'm basically recording this on a Wednesday, which is usually my editing days, but the reason that I am recording this video now today is because I did record a video on Monday with friends, but that video is definitely going to take a lot more than a few days to edit completely, because there's a lot of little bits and bobs that I need to do manually, which will basically increase the time of, or increase the amount of days that it will take to basically edit the entire video down. So I'm basically recording this as a backup option. So I have a lot of rifle ammo here, so... Oh! As you can see, we have these guys that play it a little bit differently as compared to the ones in Sker Ritual, but one thing is the same, is that they hurt. Man, some of them can be very, very zippy when you alert them as much. But it's so interesting of, like, how different this game, like, this mode in particular plays out as compared to, you know, playing the original mode of the game, like the main campaign. Because think about it, like, again, there was no much in terms of combat. You basically had the sound device to protect you, but it never really protected you for a lot. Or, like, it was mainly more as a defense mechanism rather than an actual, sort of proper weapon. Ow. So yeah, his beams do have a bit of range, but that's perfectly fine. We do have a health bottle, so that will be useful. Take that too. Some shotgun ammo. Knock you two down. And even just the change of, like, how things go. So now we have a red key. Instead of the, sort of the fancy, detailed keys that we got in the main game. Whoop. Ow. Boom. You may be strong in numbers, but I am strong in shotgun. Okay, so I think we go this way. Open sesame. Oh, maybe not, actually. Oh. Actually, thinking about it, because if it was, like, just thinking, if it was setting after the events of the bad ending of the game, then this would be a hole. Like, this is a hole in the wall, but it hasn't broken down yet. So, if I have to take a guess, we could be playing as a very different type of character. We could be playing one of the characters that had the, one of the counter song notes, or the pages. So that could possibly where this game is taking place. Boom. Slow down. Whoop. You have laser, I have rifle. And I'm sorry to say, rifle beats laser. So that's the elevator. So we're on the top floor. And the idea is that as you go down individual floors, you basically have to get to the ground floor and then escape. That's really what we're doing here. Drink some health, because I got 2 at hand, which is fine. So we're now heading to floor 1. And I think on floor 1, we then go to... Oh, I think it's the elevator that then leads us to the ground. Oh, maybe not. Because I know that there's the elevator that leads into the basement. But there's also the... So we got rid of electric guy here. But it's interesting that these are sort of like the early kind of characters or like enemies that you would later encounter in Sker Ritual. Just that more of them is more of the silent, as they're called, are more zombie or are more close to zombie-like than these guys. But oh well. Ow. Missed twice, shame on me. Got more revolver ammo, so I'll use my revolver for a bit. Luckily, the damage on these guys isn't too bad. I think the laser guy does a bit more damage, and possibly the electric guy. Making me waste all my revolver ammo there, buddy. But at least you're down. That's perfectly fine with me. So we were in one of the... Oh yeah, I think this was the point where we were heading towards the... What was it? The red half of the emblems? Could be wrong with that though. The shadows are freaking out a little bit. That's locked. Okay. Good night. Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot about the spiky bed. But I like this. This is so cool. Like, I love Maid of Sker's main campaign. That was a lot of fun. But this is also a lot of fun. And I like it that you basically have the standard mode, which is standard lighting, but you also have the more darker mode. And I think playing this with... Boom. Playing this in sort of a shadow-like mode makes things a little bit more intense, but I love it. Thought I had him right there, but apparently not. Oh, hello. Whoa. What the hell? Man, zip it along. So even she was here. Okay, hang on a minute. So maybe... I mean, obviously the timeline, the placing of timeline in this is very up in the air. But if I had to really guess, like the two initial guesses that I made about where the challenges mode could take place, because it's possible that it couldn't be even taking place in any sort of timeline. This is just a non-canon sort of little side story. But if I had to guess, my initial guess, of course, was that it takes place after the bad ending. Ooh. Good night. Pick up the purple key. What was I thinking? So, it's possible that this could take place after the bad ending, but if we're playing as one of the other composers before they eventually get killed off somewhere, then that is also possible, but it's hard to tell at this point. I mean, it's a good thing we haven't encountered Isaac or Abraham yet, which is a good thing. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do make an appearance somewhere. Drink a health bottle, because I've got plenty of these. So I know, so at least 3 shot with the rifle takes them down. So I know that rifle is kind of like sort of their weakness. Alright, revolver ammo, lovely. I will take that. Nothing over here, nope. We can unlock this. But again, it's just so interesting to me that many of these enemies, especially the ones with the old-fashioned diving helmet or the teleporting female enemies, it's interesting to see them in this game than to comparing them seen in like Maid of Sker. Oh, sorry, Sker Ritual. Okay, so if I remember correctly, that. So I can't enter there, but that leads out from the closing wall trap, if I remember correctly. Hello? Another health potion? I remember that from the last episode, because I haven't been in here. Because I needed the, I think it was the crow key to enter this room, and I didn't have it when I was first in this floor originally. Okay. So we have another wooden door here. So that's opened up. Boom. Nothing in here. No. Reload. But the funny thing is that, like, for this particular mode, it's not necessarily to be designed as to be absolutely scary as compared to, say, like, the main mode of Maid of Sker, but get out of here. So they definitely take a lot of ammo because of their teleporting abilities. It makes them a tough enemy to fight. But at least the health potions do bring the health back to full, which is nice. And I have plenty of them to spare, so. What's this? Black key. Ooh. So this used to be where one of the other emblems used to be, I think. And that's basically what they did. They just swapped out a lot of the numerous elements that you had in the main game and just swapped them for podiums for the keys. So yeah, these guys do eventually go invisible, but that's okay. No, no jack-in-the-boxes that's gonna make me hallucinate here. No. Thank you very much. Okay. So we have... Ooh, more shotgun ammo. Thank you. Alright, so we lead into here. Oh, right. Yes, the ladder. The ladder from the reception that goes up. That leads to the first floor. This should lead us to the ground floor. Ah. So the Blaze Slingers was also here. That's so fascinating. It's so, again, it's so fascinating to see a lot of those type of enemies that because, again, I played Sker Ritual before I started playing this, because I think through Sker Ritual is when I eventually came across playing Maid of Sker. And we're in the shock room. Oh, crap. Ow. Healing up. Woohoo. That's right. At least I got plenty of medicine bottles to keep me going for a bit. Yeah, so we're in the, so this is the shock room. Oh, not a shock room. I don't know what that was actually called, but okay, so that's locked. Oh, another health potion. Thank you. But this is where we faced Isaac. I don't even think doing headshot damage to these guys is going to do much, so... 3 shots in the chest will do. Okay, so he's dead. Woohoo! The other thing as well is that it's nice to know that they explode as well. Alright, give the rifle a rest. Another healing potion or medicine tonic. So if I remember correctly, so this leads back to, so this would used to lead back to the reception hall. Back here. Oh, you again. Funny ragdoll, but man, your scream. That hurts. Okay, so we need to find the teal key, I believe? Get rid of you. Open you back up. More rifle ammo, lovely. Surprise! Yeah, try to play this though with just like, whether if it's like just with an axe or with no weapons at all. Like, dealing with like, you really have to rely on stealth with like the much more difficult level to try. I don't think I would be able to do it. Because you get 3 lives in the say easy, medium, hard. You get 3 lives, but in the sort of more challenging mode, you only have 1 shot. Hey! Hard to know where to dodge when you don't see the trail. So we got revolver ammo, I will take. Quickly heal up. Oh, we have to go to the basement to get the teal key. I think that's what we need to do. Quickly explore this way, though. Oh, the statue's gone, so it's just a wall. Oh no, the statue's moved over here, I think. Ooh. So we have to go down to the basement, grab the teal key, and then get back up. Ooh, we might also have to go through the gardens now, just thinking on it. Ooh, I went past it, didn't I? Yeah, it did. Alright. To the basement we go. So there has to be... So this probably just is just a random sort of side story, and it's not really connected to either of the endings, I don't think. Because if it was taking place after the events of... Oh, they probably could have fixed the elevator. Whoop! Oh, crap. Why did I not reload my shotgun? Remember to reload your weapons before going to the next level. Anything useful in here? No. Okay. But I do like that the pathing in each of these floors are different. You have new blocked areas, but you have areas that have opened up, and they've changed sort of how the laneways is connected. That guy, so I don't have to deal with him later. Give my my rifle a rest, so I'll use my revolver for a bit. Okay, 4 headshots to them is not too bad. More shotgun ammo, which is nice. You're gone. Thought I hit the head there, but apparently not. So, that's alright. What's his weak spot? Probably his head, really. That's a bit of a silly question. I know that was a waste of revolver ammo, but that's perfectly fine. Plenty of tonics now, so I'm pretty much good on health if I'm careful. At least his melee attack is slow. Means I might be able to dodge out of him next time if I come across another one of him. Now, wait a minute. You shouldn't be in a hallway like this. Well, not a hallway, but it's not fair for you to be through here as well. Another guy around here somewhere. Is he another helmet dude? Oh no, it's just a standard guy. That is gone. You again. Hey. Okay, so 3 shots to the head with a rifle with those is a knockout. So, I'll take that. Blue key. So it's just a blue key, not a teal key like I thought it would be. Alright. So we're now in whatever the... sort of like the cell rooms down at the very bottom of the basement. Which is where we fell after escaping from Isaac, trying to trick us. And funny enough, I actually had been doing a bit of research just to get an understanding of where Sker Ritual sort of takes place and sort of where the story, how the story leads into Sker Ritual from the bad ending. But looking into the main story, apparently what happened to Elizabeth and how she actually survived was Isaac did eventually capture her and basically used the siren song to corrupt her mind, which is why when we give her the cylinders, she turns on us. And by playing the counter song, we return her back to normal. Ooh. I don't remember the ladder being down here before. Oh. Oh! Okay, so that's definitely different, because that used to lead to the gardens at the back of the hotel. Ooh. Oh, hello, Abraham. How nice to see you. Whoop. Ow. Whoop. Oh, there's traps here. Okay. Ow. He's placing down traps. So if we can watch the traps, it should be fine. Ow. Hey! Bugger off. Ow. Hey! Whoop. There goes Abraham. Alright. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we've escaped the hotel. I'll take a B. I will take a B. Accuracy, yeah. That's probably where the where the decrease of letter would be. But no, I would be happy to take B. But there you have it. That is the challenge mode for Maid of Sker. So I think it's just like just a random sort of side story and has no real connections or relations to the bad ending. And obviously what I was, the second thought I had earlier, yep, no connection whatsoever. But there you have it. So that is going to be it for Maid of Sker and for the playthrough series. That was a lot of fun. I love the challenges mode. That definitely takes more inspiration from the Resident Evil games, but gives it more of just a bit of an arcadic twist. And obviously there's the more higher difficulties where you basically either start off with an axe or you have nothing at all, and you really just have to rely on stealth as compared to what the main portion of Maid of Sker is all about. But that is it. That is it. So I did want to try and record a game or record a playthrough or let's play of Sker Ritual before doing this mode. I think I might do it a little later down the line. Because the simple fact is that Sker Ritual is basically more Call of Duty Zombies inspired rather than taking inspiration from like the previous games. I do know that the developers of this game is also not only working on the VR version of Maid of Sker, or the development team is working on a VR version of Maid of Sker, but they're also working on another game. I don't remember what the name of that game is, but I might have to keep an eye on it and actually give it a go to see what happens. But with that being said, that is it. That is probably it for Maid of Sker. So thank you much, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, then click the like button, click the subscribe button for more videos anyway. Until then, this has been Let's Play Maid of Sker. I'm Lee from Australia. Until next time, lay 'em out.